Hi and welcome to Rockin' the Planet. I'm Shane and I'm so glad you could join me tonight here where we celebrate the great wealth of New Zealand's musical talent. This week my special guests are bluesman Mark Hill, known to his friends as Fat Max. We will find out why that is and more. Also joining me tonight, a rare talent just back from the US of A. I'm a huge fan, singer-songwriter Donna. But before we get to mix it up, let's see who's been rocking the planet this week. We don't underestimate the stamina of the 60s and 70s rock artists. There is still a strong creative force emanating from many of our 60s icons. Ex-Hollies and Crosby, Stills and Nash, travelling troubadour Graham Nash has just announced plans to start a European tour only 4 days after his 6 weeks long American tour finishes in early May. Graham is promoting the release of his new album, This Path Tonight. The list goes on and on. Black Sabbath, yes, Hawkwind, Status Quo, Supertramps, Roger Hodgson, Carole King. It's going to be a great summer of love in the Northern Hemisphere. Welcome back to Rockin' the Planet. Now, my next VIP guest, I have to say, is special. And I use that with a capital S because she is just the best. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got to say a big welcome to Donna Dean. How are you?
I'm great, Shane. How are you?
I use that word special because you are. Your music excites me. I am a huge fan. And
Thank you.
You're here because of that. I mean, I couldn't help myself. I just got to get Donna Dean on the show.
I've been called special before, but not in the way you mean.
Yeah, there you go. See? I'm sure. We're all special in our own little way.
That's right.
Now we've got to get down to the nitty-gritty, and the music that you perform is just amazing. And you've had 7 albums out, 7 fantastic albums. The latest just recently released?
Yes. It's probably a year and a bit.
A year and a bit, yeah. Recently released.
Yeah.
That's recent.
Recent.
But you've done, the amount of work that you've done, I mean, you've written all the songs. They're exciting times. You've just been to the USA.
I have.
And you've actually made a movie.
Well,
or someone made a movie.
Yeah. My friend John Ignis, who lives in Dunedin,
yes.
We got together. He recorded my album Tire Tracks and Broken Hearts, which is
one
before the last one. And he had this idea that we should go and do a tour of the southwest of America. So we planned this tour, and then he decided it would be a really good idea if a filmmaker came along with us
and
to
recorded
do it.
the whole event.
Well, John was thinking about how, a Kiwi artist going to, do this, a marginal Kiwi artist going to do this tour, and all the ins and outs of every day, what happens when you're on tour. And it started out with a real bang. We were having so much fun, 5 people in a van.
Yeah, I know that.
You know that?
I've done that for years.
Yeah, 5 people in a van. So the first couple of days, everybody's like, yay, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. And then, after a few nights in cheap hotels and, And
the tour weariness.
Yes.
The weariness
everybody gets tired, and I got really grumpy at stages.
Yeah.
And
you get grumpy? You?
When I don't get enough sleep, sometimes.
So, but you were writing great music while you were there. But this film encapsulates the whole trip. I mean, it's apart from just rehearsing, but you taking coals to Newcastle, basically, as they say.
That's right.
And you're taking their folk music to them, and it's all been written here, all your own music.
Yeah.
But the people turned around and they loved you.
They did, and it was like something I'd dreamed about doing for so long and never had.
You were playing in some, the real western states,
we
as
were.
you say. And,
we started off in Austin, Texas.
Home of country music, Austin and Nashville, and you went to Nashville?
We finished the tour in California and then flew to Nashville for a performance at the Bluebird Cafe.
Which is next to somewhere around near the Grand Ole Opry.
It's in that sort of
vicinity.
Yeah.
And this is a famous cafe, isn't it?
It is very famous, and
this
it's
cafe
even
was in the movie Nashville.
It's even more famous now for that drama series.
TV series,
yeah,
I should say.
Nashville.
And what is it? It's like the set is put there or something? And
They built a set to look like the cafe itself. But the cafe, it's a very unassuming kind of place because it's you know, it's not downtown. It's on the outskirts, and people queue around the block to get in there. Yeah, every it's I think it's runs most nights of the week.
And a lot of top artists actually perform there. A lot of other people can't wait to get in there.
Oh
to play.
yeah. And the first time I ever went was, I think it was 1996. I went across to a songwriters convention, and I went to the Bluebird because I knew how famous it was, and I went especially because Russell Smith was playing.
Okay.
And Russell Smith is the lead singer and songwriter for the Amazing Rhythm Aces.
Which is another story, because I'm so envious you got to record a whole album with these guys.
Yeah, almost. Well, you could say two albums almost.
2 albums.
Yeah.
I mean, they are top-notch country music artists worldwide, known around the world.
Yeah.
I first heard of them when I was in England, so you know they're well known. They can go out anywhere in the world and play, and they'd fill stadiums. You know, I mean, and you were playing with these guys.
Yeah,
the experience.
I know. From being a kid and I listening to them on the radio and hoping for them to be #1 again each week.
When's this, in the 70s?
Yeah, in the 70s. And I was, when they had, I think the hit was Third Rate Romance. Yeah. And I was, I had this, you know, I played this little movie in my head of meeting them and played it over and over for, I don't know, it's just something I did. And it actually
happened.
It happened, yeah.
Now, can you tell me how it happened? It happened here in New Zealand.
It did happen here, yeah. A music promoter friend of mine knew they were coming and knew I had songs I wanted to record, and he said, oh, I should contact them and see whether they might be interested in you know, doing the backing. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And
they loved it.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they wanted me to send a demo first to see what sort of...
Check it out.
Yeah, see whether the songs were okay, up to scratch.
Okay, so you had this wonderful career, this surge, really, around the world, in America especially, and Germany. Where did it all start here, though? I mean, you picked up a guitar. Your mother inspired you, I believe. Your mother played guitar?
My mum was a great player, yeah. My mum was a rhythm guitarist. She played in the style of Jimmy Rogers and the Carter Family, all those songs I heard growing up.
Live on stage?
Well, she didn't, not at first, no. She played around home, at home and for parties and that kind of thing. And then in her later years, I won't go too much into the story, but there is a story.
I'm sure there is. There's a story. Were you growing up in Auckland at the time?
I grew up in Glen Innes, GI. Yeah, I grew up, I'm a GI girl.
And like I say, your mother inspired you, so you have actually written a lot of music about your mother and based on the story of your life.
I have, yeah.
They're all very personal stories.
Yes, and I do have people ask me when I'm going to write some happy songs, but I've learned over time I've heard a couple of songwriters I really admire talk about writing what you know, write about what you know about. Yeah, and so you know, I'm not a morbid person, but I do find, you know, singing and writing these things and being able to perform them is very therapeutic.
It is. And
really, it's therapy. Yeah.
And I know, I listen to the songs though, you cross so many genres. I mean, we call you a country singer, and many people in New Zealand do. And I know you're not pure country, you cross over. I mean, there's quite a bit of jazz orientated sort of music in there, and you know, and there's a bit of bluegrass. It's not just pure country. No. It's what they call almost pop to me now.
Yeah, and it's what's known in America as Americana.
Yeah, and that sums it up, Americana.
Yeah, which is everything from Bruce Springsteen to Bonnie Raitt to and everything in between.
Now, I believe you had a bit of a sojourn. You went to Melbourne, lived there for a while,
Yeah.
playing music.
Played in Melbourne a little bit, yeah.
And you've moved on, and you're back in New Zealand. How long for? Are we going to see you
Yeah,
stay here for?
I'm back here to stay. Yeah.
Yeah, we all come home to roost. Don't we? But anyway, look, you're going to play us a beautiful song that you've written. I mean, the choice is massive. There's probably about 100 songs I could take a choice from. Please look up on iTunes and check out Donna Dean on iTunes, because the songs are absolutely magnificent. I can't say enough. And this one I know is going to be absolutely, it's something about the eye.
Cover up one eye.
Cover up one eye. Here we are with Donna Dean.
12-inch walls made of stone. Once it was my daddy's home. Mother took me by the hand, 'cause she wore a wedding band. Take it all through rose-tinted glass. Cover up one eye to the past. Smoky air caught in my throat. Mother took me by the hand, 'cause she wore a wedding band. Take it all through rose-tinted glass. From his sleeve, cold and hard, handed me a candy bar. Mother took me by the hand, 'cause she wore a wedding band. Rose-tinted glass.
Cover up one eye. Which, I don't know which eye, but anyway, it's wonderful. What a beautiful song. And that was, here I go again. I'm going to waffle because I'm such a fan. I'm the one. Can I have your autograph? And I want a photo with you.
Yeah.
Donna, thank you. And Greg Turner on the guitar with you. Such a beautiful guitar player. And Greg's touring with you wherever you go and working with you.
Greg's playing in my band here in Auckland.
He's in your band now.
Yeah.
And we've got some upcoming gigs on the way.
Yes, the 29th of April.
Tomorrow night.
Yes.
Tell me.
Friday night at the Old Folk Society on Gundry Street.
This is in Newton, up
Newton,
in,
yes.
back of K Road there.
Yeah, a couple of the guys in the band asked if we were playing for old people, but no, we're
Well,
playing for everyone.
Because I was going to go along if you're playing for old people.
Well, you're too young, so...
You got away with words, definitely lyrics. So look, that gig. So what time's that gig start?
The gig's at 8 o'clock. The doors open at 7:30.
And you can buy a ticket at the door.
Buy a ticket at the door, $15.
If you've got nothing else to do, please believe me, go and see this lady play and perform her songs. It's magnificent. You'll have a great night, and go out and have a drink afterwards. But sit back and relax and listen. Let the music flow over you. Donna, it's been such a pleasure, and we don't really get enough time on this show to scream. I could talk to you for an hour or more, and I would. And I just want to say a gracious thank you for being here for us.
Thank you, Shane.
And I'm wishing you every success, and anything I can do to help you, on that road to success, please knock on the door. I'm here to help.
Thank you very much.
I just think you're fantastic, and you deserve much more. And great success with the movie, which is coming out May.
It's May in Auckland. It's May 22nd and 27th, and in Wellington the 6th and 14th.
And this is a film festival.
It is. It's part of the Dock Edge Film Festival. Big screen.
It's Roxy Theatre?
Roxy Cinema in Wellington, yeah, and the Q Theatre in Auckland.
Q Theatre.
But it's all there on, if people go to my website, which is donnadeansongs.com, they can find it out, all the information.
I've seen the shorts of the movie, and it looks like a fantastic watch, so I'm definitely going to take a lot of notice of it and check it out. I'll be along at the movies, okay?
Great.
All the best with your career.
Thank you, Shane.
Come back and see us when you've written some more new songs.
Love
Thanks,
to.
Donna.
Thank you.